Hi there, and welcome to a very snowy, very cold Finland. It's somewhere in the region of around -5 degrees here, but that's alright because behind me you'll see the all-new Ford Kuga. Now, there was a lot to like about the previous Kuga, but we sort of felt a lot like the Fiesta that it was kind of due an update. Well, good news. The most immediately obvious thing about the new Kuga is, of course, its appearance, which now comes better into line with the rest of Ford's SUVs like the EcoSport and the Edge, but of course looks aren't everything. It's also got new equipment, new trim levels and some new engines. So let's hop in, warm up and find out a bit more. Now, anybody who's driven the last Kuga will know that the interior in particular was starting to get a bit aged, but thankfully this new model brings things up to date with a sleek new dashboard and this new touchscreen infotainment system. Material quality has much improved, and there's also still plenty of space, a high driving position with good visibility, along with these comfortable seats. Heated, thank the Lord. 3 trims are available, starting with the entry-level Z-Tech, while there's also titanium and the range top and ST line. Standard kit is generous with things like cruise control, DAB radio and this leather steering wheel. This range top and ST line model gets more things like hard leather upholstery, a reversing camera and parking sensors, plus keyless entry and an ST line specific body kit, which looks slightly sportier and adds black contrasting trim. All models from titanium upwards also benefit from Ford's brand new Sync 3 infotainment system, which comes with things like integrated sat-nav, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's a million miles ahead of the old infotainment system in the previous Kuga, and although it's still not the most responsive system, it's probably one of the better looking and sleekest around. In terms of dimensions, the new Kuga is pretty much exactly the same as the last one, so that means that it's still spacious and there's plenty of room for up to 5. Head and legroom are both decent, if not class leading, but there are twin Isofix attachments and also plenty of cup holders. Come round the boot and there's the optional hands-free tailgate, which is extremely handy, along with the generously proportioned load space. Please excuse the luggage. Seats up, there's 406 litres of space, while folding them down increases cargo capacity to 1,063 litres. Small to mid-size SUVs have never really been known for being that great to drive, with a few notable exceptions, and the Kuga, by and large, was always one of those cars. This ST line model looks to capitalise on that with a slightly stiffer chassis and suspension setup that sits 10mm lower to the ground. Therefore, it might be slightly sharper, but it's no faster, as this car comes with the same 178 brake horsepower 2-litre diesel that's available in the standard Kuga range, with a 6-speed manual gearbox as standard, although an automatic is an option. Now, this is normally the part of the review where I would tell you all about how this car drives, but given that we've been on nothing but pure snow and ice for the past 2 days, it's a little hard to gauge. 0 to 62 miles per hour is claimed at 9.2 seconds, but as you can imagine, we have been taking it pretty easy. What I can tell you is that the steering is well weighted and has a decent amount of feedback, which is so useful whenever you're out here and you're constantly trying to judge how much grip you have. All-wheel drive is also an option and is fitted to this car, and so far we've had no bother whatsoever. We're running on standard snow tyres instead of studded ones, but there's been plenty of traction and plenty of grip. Is it as fun to drive as its rivals? Well, as you can imagine, it's a little hard to tell out here, but it is comfortable and pretty refined as well, so that's good, although we will have to get one back onto UK tarmac for more accurate impressions. So how much will this new Kuga cost you? Well, prices start from £20,845 for the entry-level Z-Tech, while this ST line is only £5 more expensive at £25,845. Fuel economy for this 2-litre diesel is officially rated at 54.3 miles per gallon, with 134 grams per kilometre of CO2. As before, the Kuga is still a more than decent choice in its market segment, and a lot of the issues that we had with the previous model have now been addressed. It's stylish, it's practical and it's well equipped, and although it mightn't necessarily still be the benchmark in terms of drivability that it used to be, it's still a great all-round family car. Of course, we will have to get one back to the UK to properly test it, so in the meantime, please excuse me while I go warm up. But what do you think of the new Ford Kuga? Let us know what you think in the comments section below, and as ever, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the Inquire button to find out more details about this car, or for any other model, visit carkeys.co.uk. And to watch more videos, click on one of the links on screen now.